Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2517 with the release date of Friday, January 23rd, 2026 to follow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The following is a QST. A severe solar radiation storm disrupts HF communication. U.S. lawmakers propose restoring funds to Voice of America, and in New Zealand, Q codes are on the move. All this and more as Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2517 comes your way right now.
From around the world, this is Newsline, Amateur Radio's first independent on-the-air news and bulletin service. Now, reporting from Wadsworth, Ohio, here's Stephen Kenford, N8WB.
Our top story this week is the most severe solar radiation storm in more than 20 years. It began on Monday, January 19th, and lasted through much of the week. The National Weather Service declared the storm to be at an S4 level, a degree of severity not seen since October of 2023. S4 is the second highest level of this type of storm. The storm's severity, which exceeded that of the one in October of 2023, disrupted the HF bands, challenging ham radio operators while creating spectacular auroral displays. A bipartisan agreement among the U.S. lawmakers could restore the government's financial support of Voice of America, Radio Free Europe, and other federally funded news services. Kent Peterson, KC0DGY, has that story.
U.S. lawmakers in Washington, D.C. have reached a deal that would fund the Voice of America, giving its parent organization, the U.S. Agency for Global Media, an estimated $653 million. That figure is considerably lower than the annual $860 million provided previously to the agency. As described on the Radio World website, the funds would also pay for restoration of operations for Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, and Radio Free Asia. A minimum of $30 million is earmarked for medium and shortwave programming by the Office of Cuba Broadcasting. The deal is part of a larger spending bill, the National Security Department of State and Related Programs Appropriations Act. It has the support of both parties in Congress, and its funding plan goes against the White House's executive order from last year, which shut the international news services. Even if the measure receives final approval from the House and Senate, it will still require the President's signature. This is Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
The NASA's Artemis II mission began its long-awaited journey to the moon and back on Saturday, the 17th of January, with the rocket's rollout onto the launch pad at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. 3 of the 4 astronauts who will be aboard have their amateur radio licenses. Travis Lisk, N3ILS, tells us what's up next.
If all goes well, astronauts Reed Wiseman, KF5LKT, Victor Glover, KI5BKC, Jeremy Hansen, KF5LKU, and Christina Cook could be poised for liftoff as soon as early February on the Artemis II test flight. Though the crew won't be touching down on the moon's surface, the test flight's 10-day journey will establish a path for an eventual longer human presence on the moon. In fact, it will be a springboard, in a manner of speaking, to send the first NASA astronauts to Mars. By the time the quartet splashes down in the Pacific Ocean, their journey will have taken them the farthest from Earth that any crewed mission has ventured. This will be the first human spaceflight to the moon in more than 50 years. Last year, the U.S. Space Agency asked hams with the necessary capabilities to observe the Doppler shift on the spacecraft's S-band return link carrier signal. The spacecraft's S-band range is between 2200 and 2290 megahertz. Volunteers will not be transmitting or uplinking signals. This is Travis Lisk, N3ILS.
Determined to preserve Taiwan citizens' ability to communicate despite ongoing damage to underwater internet cables, many Taiwanese are pursuing the wireless option of amateur radio. John Williams, VK4JJW, brings us the details.
Last summer, a court in Taiwan gave a 3-year prison sentence to the Chinese captain of a ship registered in Togo after he was convicted of deliberately damaging Taiwan's underwater cables. Though that high-profile case in the justice system appeared to settle one incident, Taiwan remains challenged by such ongoing damage which cuts the island off from the rest of the world. Taiwan is also embroiled in ongoing tensions with Beijing, which claims the self-ruled territory as its own. Recent media reports say that amateur radio is being seen as Taiwan's wireless workaround to maintaining connectivity. A civil defense group there has been providing ham radio instruction to prepare candidates for their operating licenses. Although there's already an amateur radio presence in Taiwan, represented by the Chinese Taipei Amateur Radio League, these newest candidates are pursuing license status, especially because of the damage being done to the cables. Their hope is to be able to step in and maintain communications if Taiwan is cut off from the internet. More than 90% of Taiwan's internet traffic is carried by 15 international and 10 domestic communication cables. This is John Williams, VK4JJW.
The American Red Cross has many powerful tools in its repertoire to assist communities in distress. And now, in Flagstaff, Arizona, it is about to add amateur radio. Ralph Squillace, KK6 ITB, tells us about it.
The legacy of Silent Key Jack Lunsford, NT7MM, is going to help save lives. Jack, who had been a member of the Northern Arizona DX Association, became a silent key at the age of 94 in December of 2024. His daughter presented his beloved Kenwood radio to the DX Association, hoping it would continue its mission of communication and goodwill. Bob Wirtz, NF7E, the association president, has ensured that this will happen. He has donated the radio to the American Red Cross office in Flagstaff for use by licensed amateurs among the staff and volunteers. Denny Pricer, KC3DTB, a Red Cross recruitment specialist for the region, acknowledged the gift, saying in a press release, quote, "Ham radio provides emergency broadcasts when everything is down. They are more powerful than portable radios and can be used to communicate around the globe. Lately, there has been a resurgence of ham radios with wildfires and other disasters," end quote. This is Ralph Squillace, KK6 ITB.
A short window of time remains to nominate candidates for this year's award to be presented at Hamvention. The categories are Amateur Radio Club of the Year, Amateur Radio Operator of the Year, Technical Achievement, and Special Achievement. The Club of the Year award honors organizations that demonstrate commitment to their community and society. The Operator of the Year acknowledges active amateurs who are also active contributors to the amateur community at large and its future. The Technical Achievement Award recognizes hams whose inventions, experiments, or other related accomplishments have improved ham radio. The Special Achievement Award honors an individual who has shown over the years a commitment to professionalism, service, and advancement of ham radio in general. Nomination forms can be found on the Hamvention website at hamvention.org. You will also find details about supporting documentation that is required. The nomination period closes on the 10th of February. Time for you to identify your station. We are the amateur radio news line heard on bulletin stations around the world, including the W9 MID repeater of the Mid-State Amateur Radio Club in Greenwood, Indiana at 7 p.m. local time. Through the years, amateur radio operators have become as much a fixture at one of India's major religious gatherings as the thousands of pilgrims themselves, and for a very good, life-saving reason. Jason Daniels, VK2 LAW, explains.
The Gangasaga Mela, the week-long Hindu pilgrimage that takes place each January, where the Bay of Bengal meets the Ganges River, is a sacred time for millions throughout India. The crowd size makes it a perilous time as well. A man suffered a stroke, a toddler became separated in the crowd from her mother, and the father of a teenager nearly drowned, according to news reports. Members of the West Bengal Radio Club, who have been a steady presence at the Mela for many years, are deployed with their radios into the crowd, connecting with a central hub. To successfully find the toddler's mother, a trio of radio operators shared a photo of the 3-year-old with others and reached out to an amateur radio operator in the family's hometown in Bangladesh for additional information. In another instance, a teenage girl said her father had not returned from his visit to the shore of the island, prompting the Hams to conduct a search. They got in touch with the on-site health centre and learned that he'd been transported there after nearly drowning earlier in the day in the shallow waters surrounding the island. The Hams were also able to reassure the family of a 64-year-old stroke patient. They contacted his family to let them know he required medical assistance and had been airlifted to Kolkata for treatment. This is Jason Daniels, VK2 LAW.
Competitors and volunteers are getting ready for the 2026 World Radio Sport Team Championship in July, but organizers are also looking a bit far down the road to 2030. Graham Kemp, VK4BB, has those details.
A competition of sorts is taking place among would-be hosts for the 2030 World Radio Sport Team Championship, and the organization's sanctioning committee has set a deadline of the 15th of February to receive letters of intent. The letters should include the proposed time frame and location, the estimated budget with fundraising plan, and identify the officers and organizing committee. Letters of intent or questions about the host selection process should be sent to dougk1dg@gmail.com. The committee would like to announce the next host during the closing ceremony of WRTC 2026 in July in the UK. This is Graham Kemp, VK4BB.
In the world of DX, listen for the special event call sign HI60UD, which is on the air to mark the 60th anniversary of the second oldest amateur radio club in the Dominican Republic, the Union Dominicana de Radio Aficionados. Operators are on the HF bands using SSB and the digital modes through to the 31st of January. Preferred QSL is via LOTW, but direct and EQSL will be accepted. Chaz NK80 is on the air as 5H3DX from Tanzir until the 9th of February, operating CW and using the digital modes on 20 through 10 meters if conditions permit. He will also be on 6 meters. Alex IW5ELA is active holiday style as 8Q7EL from the Maldives, IOTA number AS013, until the 27th of January using mainly CW on various HF bands. Listen for Alder PY1SAD on the air through the 23rd of February as 8R1TM from Guyana. He is using CW, SSB, and digital modes on 160 to 6 meters. He is also operating via satellite during the week from 2300 to 0300 UTC and more frequently during the weekends. See the QRZ.com pages for these 3 stations for QSL and additional information. Finally, here's our last story for this week. This one, which originates in New Zealand, has been patiently waiting in queue. Or is that waiting in queue, as in the letter Q? Actually, both are correct, because this story is about Q signals, but it's also about cars, and Jim Meechan, ZL2BHF, is here to give us a cue. Or is that a clue?
No doubt you've been on the air and heard QSL, QSO, and QRZ. If you check into any nets, you have likely met up with QNC, QNI, and QNF. But have you ever encountered any of these while driving? Here in New Zealand, our cars don't just have turn signals, they have Q signals. David ZL2WT recently reported to Neil ZL1NZ, the NZNet news manager, that he's been seeing more and more vehicles with plates that are sporting all kinds of Q signals. That's because New Zealand, which issues 3 letters and 3 numerals to each of its newly registered vehicles, does so in alphabetical order. Not quite 2 years ago, the system began issuing plates with the letter Q. A busy radio operator, David is always on the alert for a QRZ. But when he recently spotted one while taking a walk, he wasn't operating pedestrian mobile. It was on the plate of a car at a nearby QTH. Sadly, he didn't find a QTH, at least not one that was on a car. He was ready to locate a QRV, however, and he did, parked not far from his own QTH. David told Newsline that the worst Q code any car can receive is QSD. An enthusiastic CW operator, he knows that it means your keying is defective. He told Newsline, "I would not own a vehicle with that number plate." Now, I'm not driving, but it's time for me to put the brakes on anyway. Time to go QRT. This is Jim Meechan, ZL2BHF.
Are you ready to write a ham radio haiku? It's easy, even if you've never written a single line of poetry in your life. Visit our website at arnewsline.org, and as you compose your ode to your favorite on-the-air activity, we will help you use the correct number of syllables to make an authentic haiku. Submit your work, and then sit back and wait to hear whether your inspired haiku will be highlighted on our website where everyone can read it. With thanks to American Red Cross, ARS Technica, David ZL2WT, David Bihar, K7DB, DW.com, DX News, 425 DX Bulletin, Hamvention, James Gifford, N8KET, KB6NU Blog, Live Science, NASA, National Weather Service, Neil, ZL1NZ, NZNet News, QRZ.com Forums, Radio World, ShortwaveRadio.de, Spacecom, The Statesman, Times of India, Wireless Institute of Australia, WRTC, and you, our listeners. That's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline. We remind our listeners that Amateur Radio Newsline is an all-volunteer, nonprofit organization that incurs expenses for its continued operation. If you wish to support us, please visit our website at arnewsline.org and know that we appreciate you all. We also remind our listeners that if you like our newscast, please leave us a 5-star rating wherever you subscribe to us. For now, with Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team worldwide, I'm Stephen Kinford, NAWB in Wadsworth, Ohio, saying 73, and as always, we thank you for listening. We wish all our listeners the very best for the year ahead in 2026. Amateur Radio Newsline is copyright 2026. Amateur Radio Newsline retains ownership of its material, even when retransmitted elsewhere. All rights are reserved.
Get ready for the weekly Serenette starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
CQ, this is WA8WKY calling CQ for the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Net. My name is Dustin, my call sign is KD80PC, and I'll be your net control for the evening using the club call WA8WKY. We're here every Tuesday at 8 p.m., and all amateurs are welcome to check in. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control, and emergency or priority traffic can break in at any time. Let's see, before we get started here, do we have any announcements? Announcements for the club, please call now. All right, not hearing any announcements, we're going to start out with a couple of rounds of in-and-out check-ins here, followed by regular check-ins, and then we'll go get our trivia there. So without further ado, this is WA8WKY looking for in-and-out check-ins for the Sarah Club Net. Please call now.
Whiskey, Bravo 8, Victor, Mike Whiskey, Jim in Barberton, load up.
November 8th, Whiskey Sugar, Bill in New London, in and out.
Kilowatt, Delta, Jim, in and out. Whiskey, Victor, 3 Kilo, WV3K, Phil in Canal Fulton,
No traffic. Good evening and have a wonderful net.
Kilo Echo 8, Juliet, November Hotel, Doug and Rittman, in and out.
All right, let me hold it up right there and tell you who we got. All right, we have WB8VMW Jim. I have N8WS Bill. I have KD8, I believe that was KD8SQ. You'll have to come back and confirm that for me because I missed the rest of your call. I have WV3K Phil and K8JNH. Would that KD8 call come back and confirm for me?
Yeah, Dustin, KD8SQ. Jim down here in Marshallville.
All right, thanks there, Jim. Appreciate you coming back. I thought that was you. All right, we'll do another round here. This is W8WKY. Looking for any more in and out check-ins, please call now.
Kilo Echo 8, Tango Lima Bravo, KE8 TLB. Randy here in Rippon. I'll be in and out, brother. Have a good night. 73 and God bless everyone.
All right, we picked up Randy, K8TLB. Great to hear you, Randy. Have a good evening, and we'll catch you on down the log. All right, we got a nice list of in and out check-ins there, so let's go down here and get some regular check-ins. Regular check-ins for the Sarah Club Net. Please call now.
Kilo Alpha 8, Lima Yankee Juliet, KA8, LYJ, Bob in the Magic City.
W8WKY.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, Mike in Seville.
Kilo
Echo 8,
CF5, Kilo 5, Charlie, Foxtrot Yankee, Grand Tulsa.
EZR, Harry over here in Wadsworth.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Hotel Golf, Doug in Norton.
November Tango 8 Delta NT 8D, Dave in Copley.
This is WO3X Whiskey Oscar 3 X-Ray, John in Cuyahoga Falls.
KC8ENL, James in Doylestown.
W8WKY, this is Kilo Echo 8, Victor, Quebec X-Ray, KE8VQX, Joe in Akron.
Kilo 4, Oscar Golf, K4OG, Mark in Copley.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Oscar X-Ray, K8VOX, Scott, Vermilion.
KO4, FSH, Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Sierra Hotel, Dave and Perry.
All right, what a nice orderly list of check-ins. Let me hold it up right there and tell you who I picked up. I got a K8LYJ Bob. I have K8QWE Mike. I have K5CFY Mr. Ray. I have K8ZZR Harry. I have K8ZHG Doug. I have NT8D Dave. I have K8VQX Joe. I have WO3X John. I have KC8ENL James. I have K4OG Mark. I have K8VOX Scott. I have K8UIB John and KF8DTP Lori. K04FSH David. Any other stations waiting to check in, please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Juliet, Alpha, Lima, KF8 ELA, Zach in Delta.
All right, let me hold it up right there. I got KF8 ELA. There was another station that doubled with him. I missed that other station. Would you come back?
Dustin, W2JLS. Trying to check in there, sir. I keep getting stepped on. That's Echolink for you.
All right, we picked up W2JLS. I didn't think that was you, John. I thought I heard somebody say they were in West Salem, but there you go. Let's any other stations that I missed that want to check in, please call now.
Kilo Charlie 8 Hotel Delta Papa KC8 HDP Jerry and Shreve.
All right, we picked up KC8 HDP. Jerry, good evening. Good to hear you out there. We'll make one more call here. Any other stations before we go up and get our trivia for the evening? Please call now.
KE8 H&K Mobile. I'll be in and out.
Whiskey 8 Echo Lima Mike Eric Orville.
All right, we picked up a couple more there. We had Elmer, K8HNK was in and out, and we picked up W8ELM Eric. Let's get this party started. Let's go up here and talk to Just Nick, KD8SLG. What do you have for us, Nick?
W8WKY, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Dustin and all the Sarah Club netizens. I've got a brief one tonight. I have the attention span of a gnat. Which state's flag was created by a 13-year-old boy? Your choices are Alpha, Alaska, Bravo, Delaware, Charlie, Minnesota, Delta, New Jersey. Once again, which state's flag was created by a 13-year-old boy? Your choices are Alpha, Alaska, Bravo, Delaware, Charlie, Minnesota, or Delta, New Jersey. KD8SLG, back to net control. Thanks, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Nick. Appreciate you doing the trivia tonight and being the man behind the curtain there. Let's go down here and start with Bob, K8LYJ. This is W8WKY. How you doing, Bob?
W8WKY and the group. This is K8LYJ. Good evening, Dustin. Not really much going on. I haven't poked my nose out that door since Friday night. It's not fit for man nor beast. As far as the trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha on that one. The other three just seem way too elaborate for a middle schooler. This is K8LYJ.
All right there, Bob. Well, you stay warm, and glad you haven't had to poke your head out since Friday. I've unfortunately had to go to work yesterday and today, but I get a couple days to warm up and stay in the house. So we'll say 73. Thanks for joining us, and have yourself a great evening. Let's go down here to Mike now, QWE. How you doing, Mike?
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. I'm good. I've just been dealing with... I'm tired of snow. I'm tired of winter. I cannot ride in snow. I cannot ride in winter. I want this to go away. Please fix it now. At least that's how my dog, that is what she thinks. She thinks I should take care of the snow right now. I go and I tell her that I can't, but it doesn't mean anything. Trivia. I'm going to go with C. Hey, I have no idea. So I will go with C. Oh, I haven't been up to a whole lot other than just hanging around the house and shoveling snow and doing things like that. So, with that being said, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, have a great night. Skilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 EPC.
All right there, Mike. Well, spring is just around the bend. We only have to hold on a little bit longer there. So we'll say 73, stay warm, and think warm thoughts. Let's go over here and talk to Mr. Ray now, K5CFY. What's going on over in Tulsa?
WKY in the net. This is K5CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Dustin. Thanks for getting me in there on the net, on my other club's net. I got off tonight from the RCWA club, so here I am. Anyway, I'm going to go with A because it's the first one I came to, so there you go. I'll go with Alpha. So have a fun, and we'll be listening. And we'll say 73, everybody stay warm, stay safe. K5CFY.
All right there, Ray. Well, glad you had the night off from that net. Wave a hand at the other club before me. We got you on for Alpha, and we'll look forward to hearing you again there tomorrow. All right, let's go down here and talk to Harry now, K8ZZR. How you doing, Harry?
W8WKY, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Dustin and everybody else that's on the net. Not a whole lot going on here today, like everybody else said. Just taking care of the snow. Today I went down to Worcester, had lunch with the Worcester gang, and then I came home and said, I'm going to clean the driveway up. Well, went out there, shoveled a walk, cleaned the driveway up. I walked in the door, and my phone's buzzing away. Snow squall alert. I don't know, what the heck? And wouldn't you know it, I guess about 5:15, quick 1 inch of snow. So much for me cleaning everything up. So with that, I'll get over to my trivia. I'm going to go D as in Delta. I have no clue, so I'm just going to pick that. I'll turn it back to you, Dustin. Thanks for running the net. This is KE8ZZR Clear.
W8WKY.
All right there, Harry, and hey, you know, snow will come and go. I went to clear mine earlier, and the dang shovel broke, so now my driveway's got a little bit of snow on it. So 73, we got you down for Delta, and we'll catch you down the log. Let's go over to Doug now, K8ZHG. How you doing?
W8WKY, this is Doug, K8ZHG. Thanks for doing the net, Dustin. Yeah, we had a great time at the Winter Field Day. And I just wanted to thank Nick for making all that delicious food. Not much going on over here. I ventured out today and got my hair cut. I was a little bit worried that people might start confusing me for the abominable snowman if it got much longer. So I got that done, and I'm going to go with A, Alaska, and that's all I have. Back to the net.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. Glad you had fun at Winter Field Day there. And I'll tell you, it's a little cold to get your hairs cut, but there you go. We got you on for A. We'll say 73 to you. Stay warm, and we'll catch you down the log. And that's going to bring me over here to Copley. Let's go talk to Dave, NT8D. How you doing?
Hello there, Dustin, everybody on the net, anybody who happens to be listening. I'm doing okay. I'm keeping myself shoveled out. Luckily I have a snowblower, which saves me a lot, but it's not one of those heavy-duty ones, so I've done it a couple of times just to keep up on things. Making myself a batch of JoJo's. I just got hungry for JoJo's, and so I wanted to go out and get any. And I ain't going to pay anybody to bring me some, so I'm making JoJo's. What else? That's about it. Just getting ready to wrap up the first month of January. And just staying warm and taking care of the cats. I can't think of anything else that's fun to say, so I'm going to enjoy my snack and listen on out. Oh, I have no idea. I didn't even go back and look at the flags. I'm not going to even try to research the question because I think that's cheating for me anyway. So I'm just going to say A, Alpha. That was the first one that came to mind. And hope everybody stays safe and stays warm. Back to net control, NTAD.
All right there, Dave. We'll enjoy those JoJo's, and great to hear you out there tonight. We'll say 73. We got you out for answer A, and we'll catch you on down the log. Let's go talk to Joe now, K8VQX. How you doing?
W8WKY, this is KE8VQX. Good evening, Dustin and Nick behind the curtain and everyone on the net. Thanks for getting me in. I happen to remember this from early on in grade school, the answer to the trivia, that is. For some reason, this stuck with me, but I'm going to go with A as in alpha for that. And I also remember reading an article, I don't know, several years ago about state flags and how they came to be. And the author basically said if you have to print the name of your state on your flag, you failed at flag design, which is something we don't have that problem with, or we don't have that problem here in Ohio. Anyway, thanks for getting me in, Dustin. Again, A alpha. And this is KE8VQX, back to W8WKY in the net.
All right there, Joe. We got you down for answer A. Thanks for joining us tonight, and stay warm out there. We'll say 73, and that's going to bring us on over here to John, W03X. How you doing, John?
W8WKY. This is W03X. Good evening, Dustin, and all on the net. Let's see. Yeah, let's do the trivia question first. It sounds like A is the answer, so I'm going to go along with A. Let's see. Yeah, the snow. My next door neighbor's dog came out of the house, and when he saw all the snow, I could tell he's blaming me for all that snow, so that's funny. Yeah, winter field day, I didn't come anywhere close to making my objectives. What happened is, while I was trying to fix a problem with the Yaesu FT100D not communicating with N1MM, the vehicle, I was going to be 1M, one mic, which I was. Anyhow, so the vehicle developed a problem, so I had to ditch the rest of the operation. So I made 3 contacts on 10 meters, and that gave me 15 points. Oh, and I had to log them on paper, so I made the Cabrillo file yesterday and submitted it. And for days, since then, I've been trying to figure out what's wrong with this. And here, I'm not sure what it was. I ended up, I bought it used, so I've had it several years. I looked in the manual, and it said something about a reset. So I did a reset, and that fixed it. So I was having a problem getting it to operate simplex, FM simplex on 2 meters. So I don't know what setting somebody had in there, but that's what goofed it up with N1MM. So now it's working great, all ready for next year. So this is W03X, back to the net.
All right there, John. Well, sounds like an ordeal, but glad you got it figured out there. So we got you on for A. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you down the log. This is W8WKY with the Sarah Club Net. Next on the list here is KC8ENL. James, how you doing?
KC8ENL here, electric neon light. Doing well, thank you. I tend to jump in and out of this hobby, and right now I'm jumping into the hobby. I said, oh man, I got to get on the Serenet, and I always enjoyed getting onto that thing, so grabbed the HT, and here I am. And yeah, snow like everybody else has, only I have to go to work, and I have a bunch of kids, and we have spent a lot of time out there in the snow. It's deep enough to where my dog drags her belly, and that's always funny to watch. So thanks for hosting the net. Oh, my guess is Alpha, based on the station a couple people in front of me knowledge of the subject. Guess is Alpha. KC8ENL, back to net.
All right there, glad to have you with us on the net tonight. We got you down for answer A, and sounds like you've been having fun in the snow there. So we'll say 73, and let's go talk to Mark now. Key4OG. How you doing, Mark? What's up?
WAWKY, 88EPC. Hello, Dustin and everyone. Well, after work, I just plopped on the couch and took a little nap, and I haven't been able to get up off this couch except to grab my HT and get on the clear node. I've just been a couch slouch. And I've been looking at antennas, vertical antennas. I come across a real interesting one, a MFJ 1795 portable HF vertical. It's a small, compact design. It's got 40, 20, 15, and 10 traps with capacitor hats. And it's only about 8 foot tall. I think that looks really interesting. Anyway, I'll give you the answer to my trivia. The experts out there say alpha, so I'm just going to be different and say delta. Those guys over in New Jersey, I had to work over there, and this kind of weather one time, the first time I was there, they was all wearing these fur-lined caps and hats. And I was like, well, that's pretty smart. So maybe they did make a flag with a 13-year-old. I don't know. K4OG, back to net. Good evening, everyone.
All right there, Mark. You'll have to let me know if you get that antenna and if you like it there. And we got you down for D for your answer. So we'll say 73T for now. Great to hear you, and we'll catch you down the log. Let's go talk to Scott, K8VOX. What do you know?
W8WKY.
Good evening, Dustin. Good evening, all the listeners. I don't know a whole lot there, Dustin, but I think that 8-foot vertical of Mark's might be a little big for that HT. I don't know if I can carry that to HT around with that antenna he's looking at, but otherwise that's pretty much it there. Just sitting back listening. Stopped in to give you a number and give you a wrong answer for trivia. So the answer to trivia is B, Bravo. And that's it. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks for getting me in, Dustin. K8 to VOX. Back to net control.
All right there, Scott. We got you on for B, and I'll tell you what, I kind of imagine it being more like one of them old Army backpacks that's got like the big antenna sticking off the back of it. I figured it'd be that with a little coax going to the HT. At least that's how I would probably do it. So we'll say 73 and catch you down the log, and that's going to bring us over here to John, K8UIB. How you doing?
W8WKY from K8UIB. Good evening, Dustin, everybody out there on the net. And let me see, I am doing the weekly going back and forth with Mom and Dad, and they are going to go with A, Alpha. And let me see, Scott already took B for Bravo. I was going to take that, but so I guess I'll go ahead and go with my Mom and Dad and go with Alpha, and just, you know, Alaska's one of the latest states added, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know. But with that, I hope everybody's having a good evening. Hope everybody's staying warm, as I'm on the warm side of the door, so hey, that's where I'm happy to be right now. That is kind of living the $5 dream, a nickel at a time on this Tuesday night, you guys. And with that, this is K8UIB. I'll hand this back over to Net Control 73, y'all. Thanks for getting me in, Dustin. Thanks for getting me in, Nick.
All right there, John. We got you all down for AA and A there. Great to hear you. Stay warm, and we'll catch you down the log. Let's go talk to your better half now. KF8DTP, Miss Lori. How you doing?
W8WKY from KF8DTP. I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to go with C, Charlie. I was kind of in the middle of doing stuff when, out of nowhere, I wasn't expecting Nick to run the question that fast. So I'm going to be the oddball of my family tonight and go with C. So we'll see where that takes us. Hope everybody's having a great evening and staying warm. And with that, I will hand it back over to Net Control. Thanks for running the net. This is KF8DTP, and I'll be clear.
All right there, Miss Lori. We got you down for C, and great to hear you out there tonight. So we'll say 73. Thanks for taking the time to join us, and we'll catch you on down the log. Let's go over to KO4FSH. David, how you doing?
WAWKY, KO4FSH. Doing all right here. Just agreeing with the sentiment for the gentleman previously up the log. About sick of this winter time here. Down in my garage, staring at my Camaro, staring at the snow, and just looking to, get out. But boy, it's sure going to be a clean car by the time winter's over. As far as the answer, I'll look at Alpha, Alaska, and KO4FSH. Back to net.
All right there, David. Thanks so much for joining us. Stay warm there, and I've had about enough winter myself. So we got you down for answer A, and that's going to bring us over here to Zach, KF8ELA. How you doing?
W8WKY in the net. This is KF8ELA. Good evening, everyone. So far, it's been a good week. It's been productive. And we're wrapping up the first part of an AV integration tomorrow at work, and we'll be starting planning for next week and the next phase of that. So it's been going good, having a good time. And other than that, it's cold outside. The wood burner's doing its thing, but I'm going to have to move some more wood here before the end of the week, so I'm going to find some time when the weather is not so cold, not so windy. Well, good luck with that, I suppose. But anyway, speaking of cold, for my trivia answer, I'm going to go with A Alpha. I've always wanted to go to Alaska, so I thought that'd be a fitting guess for tonight's trivia, so we'll go with that. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. This is KF8ELA, back to net control.
All right there, Zach. Thanks so much for joining us. And yeah, get that wood in a good place and drying up. It's going to be cold for the foreseeable future, so good luck finding a warmer day. We got John for Alpha. That's going to bring us over here to John, W2JLS. How are you, John? What's going on?
Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee, my friend Dustin, KDPC. This is W2JLS. I'm going to stick with my original answer because I like the way Nick said Minnesota, and Minnesota is kind of a train wreck of a mess of a state lately, and that was kind of what I guessed. I don't know any of those flags, if I'm honest. I've probably seen them all at one point or another. But yeah, the gentleman that kind of coughed up answer A, he probably is right. It did prompt me to wonder, I wonder if there is a study of flags, because there's a study of everything. And the name for one who studies flags is a vexillologist. I looked that up. Vexillology, the study of flags. Go figure. I've never heard that word before. Man, the snow was just cranking coming out of the Cleveland area tonight. It was a mess. I hope everybody made it home safely that was on the roads. It was like a blinding whiteout coming down around 5 o'clock. It was a long ride home. I'm happy to say I made it, and my son, who is at his mom's tonight, didn't have to be on the roads, and I'm thankful for that. But good to hear you, Dustin, and everyone out there in the net. Thanks for having me. Good evening on your ears.
There, John. Well, great to hear you. Got you out for answer C there, and boy, I had another thought for you, but I don't remember what it was. So we'll say 73 for now. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you on down the log. This is W8WKY with the Sarah Club Net. Next on my list, we're going to go talk to Jerry, KC8HDP. What's going on in Shreve?
W8WKY and the net. This is KC8HDP. Well, good evening, Dustin, and good evening to you, Nick, just Nick as well, and everyone on the net. Well, a bunch of cleanup from snow is what's going on in Shreve. They postponed our trash day from Monday to today, and they were, a lot of people didn't have any room to put their trash can out the end of the driveway, so they were putting bags out, so the guy had to get out and put bags into the trash truck, and that took them a lot longer than it normally does. But Anyway, we had a bunch of snow down here, probably at least 10 inches, so most snow we've had in a long time. Yeah, I had lunch with the Wayne Amateur Radio Group Aries group today. That was always fun. And let's see, I better do trivia before I forget. I'm going to go with Alpha. And W2JLS, John must not have watched The Big Bang Theory, because Sheldon had a I guess you call it a podcast of fun with flags. So that was always fun. Don't really have anything else, so I'm going to send things back to you, Dustin. Whoops, almost had to put $1 in the jar. W8WKY and the net from KC8HDP 73.
All right there, Jerry. Well, great to hear you, and we got you down for A. And yeah, I'll tell you what, my trash cans are blocking my car in the driveway right now because there was nowhere else to put them. So hopefully in the morning the trash man will grab them, and all will be well. And yeah, I'll tell you what, Big Bang was a good one there, and the apartment flag is upside down right now. Hi. We'll say 73 to you, Jerry. Have a great evening, and stay warm out there. Let's go talk to Eric now, W8ELM. How you doing?
W8WKY.
W8WKY from W8ELM. Good evening, Dustin. Thank you for running the net. I'll get the trivia out of the way first. I am going to go with E, Echo. I don't think Nick mentioned that one, but that would be the state of confusion, which is where I live. Let's see. Worked a little bit of the winter field day from home. We had to cancel because we're all old and don't like the cold, so we didn't get together as a club as we had intended. Got 23 sections, I guess, and only 3 of them were Class O, and they were from Florida and Alabama and Texas. Just imagine that. So I have not lifted one shovel full of snow. My son has a nice tractor-mounted snow blower, and he cleans us out over here, so I am very, very grateful for that. If it wasn't for him and all of the help that he gives me, we might not even be able to continue living here. So just want to give a shout-out to him. With that, back to net from W8ELM.
All right there, Eric. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm a permanent resident and have a passport from the state of confusion myself. Hi. So great to hear you. Have a great evening, and glad that your son was able to get the snow out of the way for you. So we'll say 73, and that's going to bring us over here to Tom, K8MNT. How you doing?
W8WKY, this is K8MNT. Good evening, Dustin and everybody else. Well, just like everybody, we're sitting here in a cold snap, freezing everything, and unfortunately I had to do some snow removal myself, and then all of a sudden we had a neighbor come over and finished everything up for me, and I went to give him some cash and he refused it, and which totally surprised me, but I was extremely grateful for it, and told him if he ever needed anything, I was available for him. But let's see. Oh yeah, trivia. I'm gonna go with Alaska. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So with that, I'm going to say 7-3s, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep smiling. Kilo Alpha 8, Mike November Tango, turning everything back over to W8WKY.
All right there, Tom. Well, that was cool. The neighbor came over and helped you take care of the snow. We got you down for answer A there. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you on down the log. Let's go talk to Kelly, KC0LRM. How you doing, Kelly? Are you in Kansas or Oklahoma tonight?
W8WKY. I had to remember to do that. I am actually in Tulsa today, and I had a really slow day because all of our people canceled pretty much. I think I spent like maybe an hour and a half with people. The rest of it was just doing work around the office. So I don't miss that at all. That was kind of nice. It won't be that way tomorrow, though. As far as the trivia, I was too late to hear the question. So if maybe somebody could read the question, and I'll answer it. If not, I'll pick C.
I'll tell you what, Kelly, we can reread the trivia question for you. That's not a problem. Just Nick, would you reread the trivia for us?
WKY, this is KD8SLG. I sure can, Dustin. I think we're about to get a few more check-ins, too. Which state's flag was created by a 13-year-old boy? The choices are Alpha, Alaska, Bravo, Delaware, Charlie, Minnesota, or Delta, New Jersey. Once again, which state's flag was created by a 13-year-old boy? Alpha, Alaska, Bravo, Delaware, Charlie, Minnesota, or Delta, New Jersey. It's KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right there, Nick. Thanks for the reread. Let's go back to Kelly, KC0LRM. Take it away.
All right, thanks for that, Nick. I really don't know, so I heard other people saying other things. So I think I'm just going to go with Delaware. I think that was Delta. So that's my answer. I'm sticking to it, and hopefully we'll be getting out of this cold pretty soon, but who knows. That's about all I got. Like you said, you might have some more check-ins, and I'll probably hear y'all tomorrow night. Everybody have a good one out there on the net that's listening in, and 73.
All right there, Kelly. Thanks so much for joining us. Stay warm out there, and we got you down for answer Bravo. All right, Kelly, with the bottom of the list as it stands, this is W8WKY with the Sarah Club Net, and I'm ready for more check-ins. Please call now.
Well, good evening, Dustin. Here is King Charles 8, Fox Queen Victor.
Well, I'll take them one at a time. KC8FQV, Mark, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing okay. So I'm trying to figure out this internet deal. Why the route? Well, originally I was figuring out why did the Ring camera quit working this morning. And we lost electric, and I brought that back on. That wasn't a problem, but then the Ring camera wouldn't connect, and I don't know what was going on. Well, I get to looking at other things at the router and the modem. Modem connected to the router, okay. I got lights flashing there. And then the router, well, it had a red light instead of a blue light, so it wasn't getting internet. So I don't know what's going on. So I'm going all the way back, and I haven't looked into this account for some time. But on the answers, I'm going to say Alaska. Yeah, so I got back into the account now. So I'm going to head through that thing now and see. Yeah, I got Spectrum. But yeah, there was a big pile up on Route 90. So yeah, that closed for a while today. This weather is very crazy. So I'll send it back away, Dustin. But yeah, I say Alaska was the flag. KCFQV.
W8WKY repeater PL1 14.8.
All right there, Mark. Thanks for joining us. We got you on for answer A there, and a little word from our sponsor. All right, this is W8WKY. I'm at the bottom of the list as it stands, and I'll make one more call here for check-ins. Any other stations that want to check in before we get our trivia read, please call now.
Alpha 8, Charlie Tango.
All right, let's go talk to Craig, AA8CT. How you doing?
W8WKY. Good evening, Dustin. Well, I'm doing a little bit cool. Yeah, I'm a little bit north of Jerry, and I swear 10 inches plus all the drifting that's going on with the wind has made it quite interesting, and I spent probably an hour and a half redoing the driveway and trying to get some of the snow moved out of the middle of the driveway, and it had drifted to the point that it was a bit of a task, but all's good, and I'm ready for whatever else nature can throw at us. So with that, I'm going to say good evening to all the Serenettisons, and be safe and drive carefully. This is AA8CT back to W8WKY, and thank you for doing the net tonight, Dustin. We appreciate it, and thanks to Nick for being behind the curtain. Take care, my friend, in 73s.
W8WKY.
All right there, Craig. Well, great to hear you, and thanks for coming over to the net. We couldn't do it without our wonderful check-ins. We'll make one more call here. Any other stations before we go up and talk to Just Nick, please call now.
November 8, X-Ray Kilo Delta, that is N8XKD, Ida from Barberton.
We'll take them one at a time. Miss Ida, how are you?
Oh, we're doing okay. Sorry they had changed the place of the field day last week.
You know, winter storms happen. Such is life, but I think they may have still had fun. I wasn't personally able to make it there, but seems like they had fun, huh?
Yeah, I think they did, but I wasn't able to go because he was worried about me getting down into the basement. So I stayed home, and Bob did too.
Well, better safe than sorry. It's not that much further until summer field day will be there. Then we can all have a good time again, right?
Oh, yeah. I missed making the desserts, though, that I was going to make for it. So, but it was okay. And on the trivia, I'm going with, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Bob, but I'm going with A, Alaska.
All right there, Miss Ida. We got you down for A for Alaska. Do you have anything else for us this evening?
No, nothing else this evening. Thanks for dealing with the net, Dustin. And I'll say hi to Just Nick. Okay, bye, guys.
All right there, Miss Ida. Thanks for joining us. We got you down for A, and I'll tell you what, thinking about homemade desserts is making my stomach grumble there. Hi. We'll say 73 and catch you down the log, and let's go over to Florida. Let's talk to Chuck, WB4AIZ. Good evening. Uh-oh, let's try that one more time. WB4AIZ. Chuck, are you there? All right, nothing heard. Maybe he was in and out. That's the bottom of the list as it stands. This is W8WKY with the Sarah Club Net. Let's see. We're at the bottom of the list as it stands. I'll make one more call here. This is the last call for check-ins before we go up and talk to Just Nick to get the answer to the trivia. Please call now. All right, nothing heard. Just Nick, KD8SLG. Go ahead and give us your comments, then break and give us the trivia answer.
W8WKY, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Dustin, all the Sarah Club netizens once again. I'm kind of hoping Josh would come in here and give us a rundown on how Winter Field Day went. I did not make it. I wasn't going out in it. It's a long drive for me. Anyway, there's that. That's pretty much it. You know, we got the Boredom Breaker net tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock. So anybody out and about, or you just want to hop on a radio, stop on by. And don't forget the Beacon net tomorrow night. I think it's the Josh and Lucy show. You can confirm that, Dustin, but I'm pretty sure it is. Let's get to the trivia question, shall we? Which state's flag was created by a 13-year-old boy? The choices were Alaska, Delaware, Minnesota, or New Jersey. The answer was Alaska, as most of you got. The contest was open to Alaskan children in grades 7 to 12, but it's still impressive. Benny Benson lived in an orphanage known as the Jesse Lee Home in Seward, Alaska, when he came up with the winning design, which included a description he wrote himself. The blue field is for the Alaska sky, and the forget-me-not, an Alaskan flower. The North Star is for the future of the state of Alaska, the most northerly in the Union. The Dipper is for the Great Bear, symbolizing strength. And that's that. And I had to say Minnesota like that because, as John mentioned, it's been in the news all week, and when you hear that stuff, it kind of sticks in your head. Minnesota. That's all I got tonight, Dustin. Thanks, man. W8WKY, this is KD8SLG. Back to net control.
All right, thanks so much there, Nick, and I can confirm to you that tomorrow night is the Josh and Lucy show, so we'll be there for the Boredom Breaker net, and then I'll just be there harassing people probably during the Beacon net. So we'll say 73 to you. Thanks for doing the trivia for us, and thanks for being the man behind the curtain. This is W8WKY with the Sarah Club net. I'm at the bottom of the list as it stands, and this is the last call for check-ins. Any last-minute check-ins for the Sarah Club net, please call now.
I'll recheck, Dustin, real quick.
All right there, Mark. KC8FQV, go ahead with your recheck.
Well, we have all this cold weather, and I've been going to do this, and I was going to do it about 2 weeks ago to check the oil level in the tank. Well, I did it last Wednesday, and it was getting down close to where I called and said, hey, we need it. And I calculated, we had like 150 left in there, but there's about 50 gallons that sit below the suction line because it's 1,000 gallons. So they came today and filled it. So we were getting close to the end, but I don't know how far down. I forgot to measure it today before we filled it. But hey, we never ran out. We never ran out of heat. So at least that is now behind me. But this internet deal is not behind me yet. So hey, I'll catch you guys in the morning at KCFQV.
All right there, Mark. Well, we'll say 73 to you, and glad you got your oil there, or your fuel in time. So we'll say 73 to you. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you there at Down the Log. All right, that was the last call. This is W8WKY with the Sarah Club Net. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us for the next Sarah Club Net next Tuesday at 8 p.m. With that, this is W8WKY closing the net with 34 check-ins at 8:50 p.m. 73, everybody. Stay warm, and we'll catch you down the log. This is W8WKY and KD8EPC returning the repeaters for normal amateur use, and I will be clear. 73.
This is KD8SLG. A little reminder, if you're still up for some more net tonight, and you can reach the Millersburg repeater, KD8QGQ, down in Millersburg. The WatchNet starts in about 9 minutes. KB8PXM does a great job, Charlie, down there. So if you can reach it, tune in, 146670, negative offset, and PL tone is 71.9. WatchNet. It's KD8SLG. I'm clear.
W8WKY.
No, it looked like the sideband or the blue screen net was busier than the main net, K7QV.
Mark, I'm already headed out to the garage. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. KC8FQV, KD8SLG.
I just making that comment. That blue screen, a single sideband. I don't know what we're going. Single sideband blue. We got to figure out secondary channel. Something else. We'll have to figure out a name for it. But hey, I'll to the garage. KC8FQV, and we'll catch you in the morning. Oh, it's 3 nets tomorrow. Yeah, it's Wednesday. So net. So KC8FQV, I'll let you go, Nick. But yep, no problem. You don't got to worry about coming back. I know we'll be around tomorrow. KC8FQV.